YouTube, my name is Sven. Welcome to the Metal Foundry. It's been a while since I last made a vlog about the channel in general and give you a brief update. So I thought today would be the right idea to do just that. Yeah, give you guys an update about the channel, how the channel was doing, at least how I was doing as well, because it's the channel's about me and about my journey in metal and music in general. So yeah, first of all, I've been feeling much better this year so far compared to last year. The last 2 years were like a bit of a shitstorm. I had some... Yeah, full disclosure, I had struggled a bit with my mental health, I think. I was not feeling too well. On and off, I was also putting a lot of pressure on myself to make this channel grow. Social media can be a very daunting thing to be busy with, at least. I was always comparing myself to a lot of other YouTubers, and those guys are doing this as a main job, and my main job is not being a YouTuber. My main job is being a sales manager for Audio-Technica. So I mainly go out and about, represent the brand, do workshops for cartridges and turntables, present the new headphone range if we have a new headphone range and so on. So basically maintain a contact with the dealer base and with the other customers, the other retailers in my territory, which is Benelux. So Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg. So besides that, I play in a couple of bands and also run this YouTube channel, and I also try to have a social life. The beginning of the year started with I think I already told you that I joined I joined Patroness last year, but I also joined another project this year and also performed with another project this year as well, and with 2 others. I think in total this year we'll have played with 5 bands by the end of this year. Because the last couple of years were a bit of a challenge for me, I decided to do things a bit differently this year and to think more about me and to do what I like to do. And I like to play music as much as possible and take on every opportunity that I got while trying to maintain indeed a social life and trying to be able to focus and give enough energy to the different projects I'm involved in. So until the end of last year I was only playing with Patroness until I was asked to join Nirak, and Nirak is a symphonic black metal band from Belgium with members of Scarificator, Serpent's Oath and Godmode. So those are Belgian bands, and then the music that we play can be compared to Dimo Borgir or whatever, but a little bit more progressive, a little bit more technical as well. Yeah, it was very cool. And I was also asked to be a fill-in guitar player for Primal Creation. Primal Creation is a thrash metal band from Ghent. So they asked me if I wanted to fill in because their guitar player was ill, and they had a show. So at the end of February, so I said yes. So in 1 month time, I learned the complete set lists. That was basically from the mid-January until mid-February, and then 3 rehearsals, and then we did a show. And while I was learning those songs, I was indeed asked by Nirak to join them as well, because they had a gig at the end of March, the 30th of March, and I basically learned all those songs in 1 month time as well. And while I was starting to learn those songs, I was contacted by Mario Ponsin from Room 13, and if I wanted to perform live with his band as well at the end of the month, March as well. So on the 28th of March, and Room 13 is a very cool project. Room 13 is a hard rock band formed by Mario Ponsin and Ara Black. Ara Black, I don't know if you guys know him, but he is, I guess you do if you look him up. He's played with Iron Morbid, he's played with Doc, and he's now playing with Bullet Boys. He's a phenomenal guitar player. Yeah, I actually played with him on stage, so that's really cool as well. To make my life easier, I also decided to say yes. So 1st of March, I locked myself up. It's also the reason why I didn't put out any video, because I had to learn 2 complete set lists of 2 complete different bands by the end of the month. For each band it was different. So for Primal Creation, I got a tab in Guitar Pro with the real track in it, so I just had to play along. First listed all the different riffs, of course, and then I started to learn riff by riff by riff. Nirak, same story. I got the songs in Guitar Pro because they are written in Guitar Pro, and then I only had to learn the riffs. But for that I made a lot of use of these little notebooks. So I had 3 little notebooks like this with each project style written on it. One for Room 13, one for Nirak. And to try to be as structured as possible and then as focused as possible. What I did, for example, for Nirak, I wrote down the set list, of course, to start with. So for each song, I listed all the riffs on one column, and then I listed the structure, and then I started to learn riff by riff, and then repeat riff by riff, and then repeat the whole structure, and did this for every song. So every song had its own page. For Room 13, the approach was a bit different. So for Room 13, I didn't have tabs. I only had an isolated guitar track with drums and click. I got a list of the songs with each BPM. So I made a project of each song, let's say 150 BPM, loaded the track, and then I started to create riff maps. So I made regions within Reaper of each song, and I named the riffs, and then I just could focus on each region altogether. And list the songs again the same way. So writing down the song structure for each song, and then again learning each song by the end of the month as good as possible. But in the meantime also was working. So that's the way I did that. So, and then with the other thing that happened, we also started playing with Patroness again. With Patroness, if you're watching this video, we will have released our newest EP, Patroness But Unplugged. It sounds like Patroness, but it's unplugged. And it's basically based on the idea of Alice in Chains Unplugged Live for MTV. We will make a video about that, how we decided to make that EP and why we did it and so on, how the process went. This will be released on this channel as well, so you guys will get to the story soon. And we also had our first gig with our new drummer, which was very cool. And then I will also give you guys an update on my pedalboard soon, because I recreated my big monster that I made a couple of years ago. My big pedalboard, my dream pedalboard of 2022 at the time, I think, which was based around my Boss ES8, but then with the 2 Strymons. But then I decided to start using outboard gear like my G Major 2 from TC Electronic, and then I decided, as soon as I started playing with that rig, when we started to write songs with Patroness, I felt a bit blocked in that process, in that creative process, because that system is just very cool when you're performing live, but when you want to write a song and want to change an effect, it's a real buzzkill when you're for your creative process, when you have to dive into the menus to change parameters and so on. While with the Strymons is just straightforward. You select the presets, you select the model of each effect that you want to use, and then you can go ahead. And it sounds phenomenal. I mean, I'm now using my Blackstar Series 1 100-watt 2-channel for rehearsals, and I use my 4-channel for the live show with Patroness. Also got a new puppy, a new baby into my collection, and I will give you an update of my collection very soon. But this is what I got. This is just phenomenal. This is my holy grail, one of my holy grail guitars, an E2 vintage black. This plays absolutely phenomenal, weighs nothing, and it's amazing. I really love how it feels, I really love how it plays and sounds with EMG 81 on the bridge and 60 in the neck, the metalwork, brushed gold, with the gold hardware, and wow, yeah. I was in love at first sight, and then I got myself something else for Nirak, for the live shows, because we were playing with 7 strings and I needed a second 7-string guitar. I got an EC 407. I have something with matte black guitars. LTD, made in Indonesia. Only thing, the previous owner installed Fishman Fluence pickups. Going to test this thing for a while, play a bit with the Fishman pickups, because I've never played with those. But it's only wired in the classic mode, so no coil splitting, no passive mode whatsoever. Just classic Fishman sound apparently. But as soon as I get the chance, these will go out and I will put the BMGs back in, because EMG pickups are just my jam and my sound. And you can hate me all in the comments for that one later on. Anyway, that's basically everything, I think. Yeah, that's all from me this week. If you have questions, if you have comments, put them down in the comment section. I will answer them soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you like the video, by the way, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content I'm creating on this channel and you want to help me grow this channel further, please click the subscribe button and click the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. So my name was Sven, you've been watching the Metal Foundry, and I look forward to see you in a future video. Bye.